Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. I am so excited for today's vlog. We are getting into the Christmas spirit. I honestly feel a little bit behind with this. I feel like everyone else kind of gets into the Christmas spirit in November. I am one who always tends to wait until after Thanksgiving. I know. I feel like that might change in the future because I do feel myself craving it a little bit earlier. But for now, I am a December 1st decorate for Christmas kind of gal. And that's exactly what we're doing today. December 1st, I'm finally ready to get into the holiday spirit, and we're gonna be hitting the ground running in today's vlog. We're gonna start decorating right now. I'm just gonna take you guys through the next few days with me, trying to get into the holiday spirit, decorating. I would like to try to go do some shopping. We are, of course, working. It is a work week. I'm just gonna try to find little nuggets of time throughout the next few days to get in the holiday spirit. I'm just excited to be vlogging, honestly. I spent the last week home for the holidays, home for the whole week of Thanksgiving, and I took that week off of vlogging because honestly, when I go home, I just kind of revert back to my 16-year-old self and I don't do a lot of anything. I let my parents cook for me. I do a lot of hanging out on the couch. So it was a much needed, relaxing family time kind of week, but we are back. We're back for the holidays. We're back on my winter arc. I got up this morning, did my full morning routine. And with that, I just got down the Christmas tree. It's time to put up some decorations. My first step in decorating for every single holiday is putting up what I already have because I tend to forget what I have, even though I've had the same stuff for years and years. I've decorated the same for years and years, but every year I try to add like one or two new pieces so that eventually I will have a nice big collection. I've got some pasta cooking on the stove. I'm taking my lunch break right now, so I've got about 30 minutes to see what all I can get accomplished. First thing I'm gonna put outside of our door. How cute is this J mat? My mother-in-law got it for us. Time to take up the football mat and put down the Christmas mat.
Halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to.
I've added quite a few new ornaments this year in my little collection. We have this just married Charlotte ornament. Will's grandmother sent us these beautiful Waterford crystal ornaments to represent our first Christmas married. Japan. Finally have some ornaments for both of our colleges. So we have UNC, Tennessee. I just love having sentimental ornaments. Like I pulled this one out, 2023 engaged. It's just so special to have ornaments to kind of remember all the years. And then obviously I have a lot of blank space, so I just go in with these and fill in any of the blanks until one day we will have a full tree of sentimental ornaments.
La 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. Troll the
Here she is. My tree has no real theme. It's just things that make me happy and I honestly love it. This was the only place in the house that I really could find for it to fit. Last year it was here in this window, but obviously I got the nightstand now. So this is our place for it in our little apartment. Our cat is definitely causing a problem with the tree. I'm hoping the novelty will wear off for him in a couple hours, but he's already knocking the ornaments off the tree. So we're gonna have to watch him for a little bit. But I love having this up. It just makes me feel in the Christmas spirit. I need to get a topper. Maybe that's one of the things we'll look for if we get a chance to go Christmas decorations shopping in this vlog. I have officially put out every single decoration that I have for Christmas. So I thought I could take you guys around, show you what I did. If you've been following me over the past few years, a lot of this stuff is gonna look familiar. As I was decorating, I was going around and making a list of decorations that I would like to purchase this year whenever I get around to it. I think I'll probably do $100 to $150 budget for decorations this year. But let's walk around, I'll show you everything, and then I can kind of tell you where I feel like I'm missing things. Starting over here, I just set out my little Charlie Brown Christmas Christmas tree that actually lights up, but every single thing I have that takes batteries is out of batteries. And then I just have that little Christmas cookie tin. I thought it was cute and festive. I would like to bake some cookies and give this as a gift to somebody, but for now I think it makes a cute decoration sitting on the kitchen counter. Over here, excuse the mess, I'm about to wrap some presents, but I just put this Christmas tree in the center of the island. Over here, I replaced the greenery that was orange for fall with some frosted pine needles. Cement Christmas tree, my wire sign that says Merry Christmas, I set it back there. Of course, you guys have already seen the Christmas tree. I set a few presents that I've already wrapped under the tree, and I set out my Christmas blanket. He is very pleased with the new blanket. For the tree, I wrote down I would like to get a topper. I would like to get a cat ornament if I can find a black cat, and maybe some more garland. I only had this one wooden string, so maybe something else for garland if I see something that I like. And then over here, this is our mantle, if you will. We have our stockings. These needlepoint ones are actually mine from childhood. We had a golden retriever growing up, and that's how I fell in love with the breed. This was her stocking. It is now Franklin's stocking. And then these two for me and Will. One thing I wrote down that I'd like to get some Christmas tapered candles. So maybe ones that are shaped like Christmas trees or something to go there. This is my baby Christmas village. I wouldn't mind getting a real Christmas village. All of this stuff is from like the Target dollar section. The reindeer have definitely seen better days, so I wrote down maybe some new reindeer if I see reindeer that I like. I have that garland back there that's out of batteries, need to replace. And then I would like to get a Christmas candle. I don't have a single Christmas candle, so I need one to go there. I'm definitely trying to prioritize quality over quantity these days. The perfect example is that Target $1 Christmas village. The reindeer, I've had them for a few years now, and now they're just kind of falling apart. So I rather just invest in nicer pieces that I will use forever. These pieces have served their purpose, but as they're starting to fall apart, I'm starting to want to replace them just with some nicer ones. I have one present that I haven't wrapped yet, so we're gonna wrap it up. I'm actually still shopping for Christmas. I still need to get 3 people gifts. I got this wrapping paper from HomeGoods. Will has a lot of siblings and they all have significant others. So this year we drew names, and I got his sister's boyfriend, and she told me that he likes Legos. So I got this Lego set for a really good deal. And then I got this red ribbon, also from HomeGoods. Having like a Christmas theme for me was a goal this year because usually I throw things together last minute for Christmas. So I was really proud of myself for actually picking out a wrapping paper, picking out a matching ribbon. We're growing up around here. Wrapping is something I notice when people give me a really nicely wrapped gift. I just think they have their shit together. I wanted to be that person this year. I still don't really know how to do bows, but this is definitely better than I've ever done before. Here it is, and then I have these brown gift tags to put people's names. So we have another present for underneath the tree. Filming with the tree in the background makes me so happy. Thought we could talk a little bit about my December goals since I'm not gonna do a full reset video, but it's December 1st, so I figured we could just kind of talk about my December goals. I always like to reflect on the month before thinking about the month ahead. So we'll just do a quick high and low. My low for the month is actually social media related. I feel like I've been struggling a little bit with motivation. And I know every creator goes through this, but especially when you're vlogging almost every single day of your life, it starts to feel just very repetitive. I even get bored filming and editing it because I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. And I don't think it helps that I've been focused more on short form content as well, because then I'm editing everything twice. You know, I film my morning routine for TikTok, I film it for YouTube, I edit it twice. I was just feeling pretty burnt out. I try not to look at the numbers very often as well, but I do on occasion get down on myself for just how long I feel like I've been doing social media and how far I've come in that time. On one hand, I'm proud of myself for how far I've come, but on the other hand, it's hard not to compare yourself to other people who have tens and hundreds of thousands of followers who have done this in the same amount of time that you have. So yeah, I went in a little bit of a spiral about that in November, and I go back and forth. I'm like, I'm gonna quit. And then I just always end up coming back to it because it is my outlet, my creative outlet. It is my hobby. I talked to Will about it and I was like, if I quit, I don't even know what I would do with my free time, because most of my free time now is spent talking to you or editing. And he said, you'd probably spend it by scrolling more and watching more. And I just don't want to do that. I'd rather create more than I consume. So yeah, not quitting, but I definitely had a little bit of spiral about that in November, which does lead me to my high, which is I took a full week off of vlogging. I was actually planning to vlog when I was home for Thanksgiving and have kind of a holiday Thanksgiving vlog, but I just decided I was feeling so burnt out, and when I start thinking about quitting, I know I need to take a break. So you probably wouldn't even have noticed the break, but I did take a full week off of vlogging. And then when I got back home, I was so ready to pick up the camera again, so it was definitely much needed. And besides taking that week off from social media, I spent it with my family, which is always such a nice reset for me, because I just remember there's so much more going on in this world than my little bubble that I live in. So it's nice to see family, spend time with them, catch up. So I did really enjoy that in November. I set 2 personal goals for the month. The first one is to set my goals for 2026. That's one of my favorite things about December. I know there's like Christmas spirit, holiday spirit, but I love thinking about a new year, looking forward to the year ahead. So I want to get my goals set for 2026, record those videos, and just reset for a new year. A new year to me is the ultimate time for resetting. And then I want to bake something festive. I'm between doing sugar cookies, some kind of holiday sugar cookie, or cinnamon rolls. We'll see when the time comes what I actually end up baking. For wellness, I want to just continue my winter lock-in. Morning walks every day of the week, work out 5 times a week, and using my habit tracker. I'm not really changing any of the habits from my November lock-in to December. Same habits, good morning routine, good evening routine, just continuing that winter lock-in into December. Financial, I want to invest $1,116. That is into both me and my husband's Roth IRAs. I want to prep my 2026 budget. That will also be a video. I want to finish buying my Christmas gifts. That's kind of a give me, because I have to do that in the next couple weeks. And lastly, I want to do some kind of giving back for the holidays. That was actually one of my goals for all of 2025, was just to give back more. And I definitely gave back more this year than I have in previous years. I still would love to do even more, but I have donated to a few causes that spoke to me throughout the year. And I just think the holiday season is one of the best times to give back. So I did adopt an angel from the Angel Tree Salvation Army. So I need to go shopping and give my angel her Christmas gift. I think a lot of times I'm so focused on my financial goals and I want to pay off my debt, and I have so many goals for myself that sometimes I forget that in the scheme of things, I am very blessed and in a very good position. And I think it's important to remember that. As much as I have goals, when I can, I do like to give back and help others. So we're gonna go to Walmart maybe tomorrow night and do my angel tree shopping. Social media, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, keep staying consistent, not give up, not quit, and just make sure that I'm continuing to find the joy in creating. Those are all my goals. I'm gonna finish up my work day and then we're gonna go get in a workout. It's been like 5 days since I worked out, so I'm definitely gonna be in for it tonight.
I am packing my bags, I am leaving. Think I'm going to Paris or Rome. I gotta get out of this god-awful place.
Good morning. I broke out my only Christmas mug that I have. I am getting all situated with work for the day. Looks like I have 3 meetings. I'm gonna go ahead and check off doing my morning routine. I had to do it a little bit differently this morning, as you would have seen, because it is raining and cold out. So I was not about to go on a walk in that. So I just brought out the walking pad, and it was very pleasant because I walked for 30 minutes and then watched some YouTube. So that was a nice switch up for my morning. Let me get a little bit situated with work for the day, hop on my meeting, and we'll just have to see what we get into. Humongous shout out to the person that commented and let me know that you can buy lids for your Stanley cup off of Amazon. I'm actually so excited about this. I do not want these Stanley lids anymore that have the open straw ever since a bug went down in my straw. And someone told me they have these lids on Amazon that close at the top. Let me just make sure it works. Wow, there's a leak. No leaking either. I'm so excited because I was just gonna give my Stanley cups away or donate them, but now I have a brand new lid where I can actually close the straw. It came in a 2-pack, so I just put the white one on top of my blue cup. I feel like that looks fine. And then the cream one matches my cream cup perfectly. This is a game changer. Since we are going to the store tonight, we're gonna go to Walmart. I might take a look at their Christmas decorations. I'm not really sure what they'll have, but from what I've been seeing online, I feel like Walmart has kind of stepped it up in the home decor category. I'm probably gonna take a look and see if I can find anything good there. So to prepare myself, I wanted to do a little bit of Pinterest scrolling, just get some inspo. I made a Pinterest board in the fall for kind of home decoration inspiration. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same for Christmas. I'm just gonna make a Christmas Pinterest board. I have an ad blocker on for Pinterest, and it's just kind of funny because what I've realized is the ad blocker just doesn't allow Pinterest to show you any ads. So half the time when I'm scrolling on Pinterest, it's just blank because usually that would all be filled with ads, but not me, Pinterest. I'm ad blocking you. I can definitely tell a big trend with Christmas decorations is bows. Just looking this up, there's bows on Christmas trees, bows everywhere. I think bows everywhere is not timeless. Bows here and there, timeless, yes. Bows everywhere, no. So I'm trying to be conscious because things that I do buy and things that I am inspired by, I do want to be very timeless. Christmas pajamas. I have to wear them as much as possible in December because I can only wear them 1 month out of the year. In my Christmas pajamas, made a mocktail. Let's try it. Oh, it's gonna spill. Really simple. It's just diet cranberry and diet ginger ale. You could add some like magnesium or something into it to make it like a sleepy cocktail, but I just wanted something fun to sip on. Me and Will decided to make tonight like a little bit of a at-home date night, turn our evening shopping into just a date. So we did the shopping at Walmart. Now we're back home and we're making a nice dinner. We're making steak and potatoes. So I've got the potatoes boiled. I'm about to mash them. And I think we're gonna watch a Christmas movie later. Just a cozy middle of the week Christmas date night. Good morning. I wanted to show you guys what we ended up getting for our angel tree kit. The whole reason that I even know about this is from seeing influencers post this online. I guess that's my goal in sharing when I do things like this, is if I can inspire literally one other person to do this next year, that is a success for me. Somehow we ended up with a pink theme. It was kind of an accident, but most of the little girl stuff was pink, so we just went with it. But they did ask for a jacket, so we got this pretty jacket. They said she liked Minnie Mouse, so when we saw these Minnie Mouse pajamas, we just grabbed them. She asked for Miss Rachel coloring, so we got her this coloring book. We threw in some crayons. We threw in a sweater. We had to do the black cat with some matching leggings. Figured socks are always good to have. How cute are these sneakers? I just cannot with how small everything is. And then the only other two things she asked for were a shopping cart. So we found this Minnie Mouse themed shopping cart and a baby stroller. And then we grabbed just a matching doll that she can put in the baby stroller. I went and checked Mecklenburg County to see if there were any other kids that needed anything, and every single kid in Mecklenburg County got adopted, which makes me so happy. But it was honestly a lot of fun, so definitely something I want to make a tradition and just do every single year as much as we can. We're actually going next week. We signed up to help sort all the gifts and actually volunteer there, which if you don't want to spend money but you want to do something to give back, that is another great option. You can actually go and sort the gifts. So yeah, just a little feel good giving back during the holidays, and I hope she loves loves all her stuff. And then for Christmas stuff that I picked up, I got a candle. It's this pretty, I don't know, what is that pattern? Plaid kind of. And it's a balsam scent. This just smells like Christmas to me. Balsam is, I would say, my #1 Christmas scent. Oh, I just love it. I'm gonna set it over on the books. I got another thing of garland. This looks exactly like the garland that I already have, but I only had 1 string of it. It only wraps around the tree like twice, so I figured a second string just to make it look like we have some more garland. And then I got this cute Santa jar. I want to bring in more classic Christmas, and I don't have any Santas, so I really liked this. It was like maybe $10. I didn't think it was expensive. Maybe we'll set it right here on the island with the tree. I almost grabbed a tree topper. It was like a big red bow, but then I got to looking at it and it was kind of falling apart. So I think it was actually really cheap material. So I put it back, which I'm proud of myself for because I'm just really trying to focus on quality items. And I noticed the strings were kind of coming out of it. And I was like, I can probably find a better topper somewhere else. So I put that back. They didn't have as much stuff as I was hoping they would in the Christmas decoration department. But I feel like this is a good start for a few things for this year. I just had an idea. I don't have any extra ornaments, but if I did, putting a few just like red bulbs on the olive tree would be so cute for Christmas. If I see any red bulbs, I might pick them up because I feel like that would be such a cute touch. This was a very oddly shaped gift. It didn't come in a box and I don't have a bag big enough, so I did my best to wrap her up. I am glowing. I just got home from a facial. I had not gone and seen the esthetician since before the wedding. Knock on wood, my skin has been really good since the wedding, which leads me to think I was breaking out so bad from stress, but it has been a lot better lately. But I still just wanted to get a facial and try to get them every quarter maybe, or like a couple times a year, just to help with my overall skin texture and healing any scarring that I have. My absolute #1 face tip though for acne and scarring, it's obvious, but stop picking your face. I was such a chronic picker. If I got a pimple, I had to pop it. My skin would just freak out. It would make it 1,000 times worse when I would pop anything on my face. So I've just totally stopped doing it. I've had to stop like looking at myself really closely in the mirror. I cannot pick my face. Even if I have a pimple that looks like it's ready to pop, like I don't touch it. Hands off. And I think that's made a big difference in my skin. Anyway, I want to make some dinner. Thought I could show you guys what I'm making. I am doing some Greek meatballs. So I need to cut up a little bit of red onion and some garlic. And that's really the only chopping that I need to do for the meatballs. And then I'm going to make a tzatziki. I love making tzatziki. I'll make a big batch and we'll just kind of have it for snacking, putting on top of salads. And it's so easy to make. So it's one of our favorite things to keep around the house. I'll show you my tzatziki recipe. But first, let's get the meatballs made. About to put the meatballs in the oven, and while they cook up, I'm going to do my tzatziki. So ingredients for the tzatziki, you need plain Greek yogurt. I usually get non-fat, but I Instacarted my groceries and she got me whole milk, which is fine. It'll just be even creamier. Cucumber, shredded. So I'm gonna shred this with this cheese grater. It is a little bit messy because cucumbers have a lot of water in them. So I just put down a lot of paper towels. A couple cloves of garlic, or if you don't have cloves, you could just do powdered garlic. I really do prefer the taste of fresh garlic in tzatziki though. The powdered is like too strong. A lemon, some dill, and then salt and pepper. I usually just make it in a container that has a lid. That way I can store it and make it in the same bowl. Starting by chopping up the garlic, just pretty fine. I like a lot of dill, so I'm gonna start with this much, but it's very possible that I go back and end up adding some more in. And now on the paper towel, we're shredding the cucumber. This is the hardest part of the recipe. I just soaked up some more of the water and then putting in the whole cucumber. I'm doing an entire lemon. Sometimes I only do half a lemon, but this is a pretty small lemon, so I'm just gonna do the whole thing. Do I have a lemon squeezer? Yes. I'm just a little too lazy to get it right now. I forgot when I was telling you the ingredients, it's also a dash of olive oil. All this stuff is based on your taste preference, so I will mix this up, taste it, add something if it needs it. I'm gonna start with a pretty good amount, probably half this container since I did a whole cucumber. Let's do some salt and pepper. It's just me and Will eating this, so let's taste test it. So good. I'm just obsessed with tzatziki. I'm gonna do a little bit more dill as I expected and a little bit more salt. Here is the final dinner. I tossed some arugula with olive oil and salt just so we would have a little bit of something green in the bowl, and then put it over some rice. This is gonna be really good. I just got ready for bed. I'm back in my Christmas pajamas. I'm gonna go ahead and end off this video. I hope you guys enjoyed decorating with me, shopping, getting in the Christmas spirit. We did the best we could for it being a work week, but I feel like I found little pockets of time where I could kind of enjoy the Christmas season. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you all so very soon in my next video. Bye guys.